Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Ambassador Sheikh Mohammed Ahmed Kisula, Senior Advisor to His Excellency President Museveni as the guest of honor of this ceremony, Honorable Ministers and Members of the Parliament, Honorable Minister Hoda, dear General Mujira, dear Eminence Mufti of Uganda, dear Eminence First Deputy of the Mufti and dear Mayor of the Central Kampala, ambassadors on the councils and representatives and heads of international organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and good evening. It is a profound honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the 47th anniversary of the victory of the Islamic revolution of the Iranian nation. I extend my sincere gratitude to officials of the host country, ambassadors, and the distinguished political and economic figures joined with us for this auspicious occasion. Before I begin, I would like to extend my heartiest congratulations to the people and government of the Republic of Uganda for the successful conduct of the recent elections, and especially to His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni on his re-election, reflecting the renewed trust and mandate bestowed upon him by the Ugandan people. The revolution of 1979 was the dawn of national sovereignty and the restoration of dignity for the nation that refused to let its destiny be written by foreign powers. For 47 years, the Islamic Republic has charted its course based on independence and the rejection of foreign hegemony, a path pursued with steadfastness despite unprecedented external pressures. Despite decades of unilateral sanctions and systematic economic terrorism, I would like to mention it again, systematic economic terrorism. Iran has achieved remarkable progress by relying on domestic talent. First, in terms of scientific sovereignty. While Iran has historically contributed a vast share to the world's scientific and technological heritage, we endured a long period of dependency prior to the Islamic Revolution. However, in the decades since, we have moved decisively from a state of dependency to a position of global leadership. Today, Iran stands among the world's elites in nanotechnology, biotechnology, and aerospace. This is not merely academic prestige, it is the lifeblood of our progress. Our indigenous satellite launches and medical breakthroughs serve as a testament that when a nation relies on its own youth and intellect, there are no horizons it cannot reach. Second, in terms of economic resilience, for years our nation was targeted by the maximum pressure policy, a campaign designed to stifle our growth. However, this challenge only accelerated our transition toward a diversified non-oil economy. By strengthening our domestic production and expanding trade with our partners in the global south, we have rendered these pressures a failed experiment. Our resilience proves that economic stability is born from self-reliance, not from seeking the permission of distant powers. Third, in terms of social infrastructure and self-sufficiency, in the spirit of true development, we have prioritized the welfare of our people. We have achieved near total pharmaceutical self-sufficiency, producing the vast majority of our medicines and vaccines domestically. Furthermore, our national infrastructure, from power grids to advanced transit continues to expand. We share this success with our brothers and sisters here in Africa. To expand, we share these successes with our brothers and sisters here in Africa to demonstrate a vital truth. Real development can be achieved without surrendering one's values or sovereignty to external dictates. As we celebrate this 47th National Day in Uganda, we reaffirm our commitment to a world defined by justice, mutual respect, and the shared prosperity of sovereignty nations. While we celebrate our progress, we cannot ignore the dark realities of current global dynamics. Today, our region is grappling with a dangerous stream of lawlessness and bully diplomacy orchestrated by the US regime while backing unconditionally the Zionist regime as its proxy, which is the only proxy in the West Asia region. We are witnessing a regime, a child killer regime that knows no boundaries, legal, moral, or humanitarian. The ongoing atrocities and genocidal campaigns in Gaza are not isolated incidents. They are the direct results of double standard policy, where the US provides the weaponry and political cover by the Zionist entity to violate international law with total impunity. Let it be clear, the era of unilateralism and bullying is over. The era of unilateralism and bullying is over. Those who believe that military aggression or illegal sanctions can alter the strategic calculations of the Iranian nation are deeply mistaken. Security in our region cannot be brought or imported from across the oceans. The presence of foreign forces under the gaze of stability is, in fact, the primary source of instability. Iran remains a responsible and influential actor. Our diplomacy is rooted in mutual respect, not the shadows of threats. In this spirit, we view our bilateral relations with Uganda not merely as a diplomatic formality, but as a vibrant model of South-South cooperation. We are two nations that understand the value of independence, and we stand together to turn that independence into prosperity through the key pillars of agriculture and industry, and also energy and technology. In the field of agriculture and industry, Iranian agricultural equipment is already well regarded and widely recognized among Ugandans. And we are actively working to expand this cooperation to further support the wealth creation initiative of the Ugandan government. Uganda is blessed with immense natural wealth and fertile lands. To support our brothers and sisters here, we are committed to sharing our advanced expertise in food processing and mechanized farming. Our goal is to move beyond the export of raw materials and toward the creation of high-value products labeled "Made in Uganda." By integrating Iranian industrial technology with Ugandan resources, we can ensure food security and economic growth that benefits the local farmer and the national economy alike. In the field of energy and technology, we must admit that energy is the heartbeat of modern development. From our extensive experience in hydropower to our breakthroughs in innovation and digital science, Iran stands ready to facilitate a genuine, transparent transfer of technology. We do not seek to create a new dependency. We seek to empower. By sharing our technical know-how, we aim to help Uganda build its own capacities, ensuring that both our nations can compete and thrive in the 21st century global economy. Distinguished guests, the past year has highlighted the hypocrisy of our adversaries. While Iran demonstrated good faith in diplomatic arenas, we witnessed quietly 12-day imposed military aggression by the Zionist regime. Furthermore, peaceful internal economic grievances were exploited by foreign-backed terrorist elements to de-establish the country, unfortunately. The Iranian nation, through its vigilance, has once again thwarted these foreign-designed scenarios. We emphasize that while Iran does not seek escalation, our restraint should never be miscalculated as a lack of resolve. We stand fully prepared to exercise our inherent right to self-defense against any of the aggression, any act of aggression. Diplomacy is a tool for logic and engagement, but it will never be a mechanism for surrender under the pressure of maximum bullying. Regarding our peaceful nuclear activities, we remain engaged in negotiations to address unfounded claims. However, let it be known that we stand in full readiness to defend our sovereignty against any miscalculations. Iran's indigenous nuclear technology and enrichment expertise, much like our defense and missile capabilities, are non-negotiable. Should our legitimate right to regional defense be disregarded, foreign interests that undermine our security will face the consequences. We maintain that the safety of our region belongs to its own people and nations, and true stability can only be reached without the interference of outside powers. Distinguished guests and dear friends, I would like to take this opportunity to say that today Iran faces a multifaceted campaign with military, economic, and media-driven. Just as we are resolute in defending our sovereignty, we remain steadfast in pursuing a region free from foreign interference and Zionist expansionism. The fundamental principle of our diplomacy remains respect for national sovereignty and mutual interest. Negotiations based on threats or illegitimate unilateral coercive measures or demands will never be effective. In closing, I reaffirm our commitment to a partnership that serves the interests of our citizens and the stability of our respective regions. It is my profound hope that the coming years bring further growth, peace and prosperity to the nations of the Islamic Republic of Iran and the Republic of Uganda and the other countries, of course, especially in our region. May our cooperation remain a sharing example of South-South solidarity for generations to come. Long live the friendship between Iran and Uganda. Thank you so much for your attention. I will have the pleasure to invite Dr. Kisule, who was for something like 12 years ambassador of the Republic of Uganda to Iran.
Republic of Iran to the Republic of Uganda. Your Excellencies, great ambassadors to the Republic of Uganda, members of the diplomatic corps, honorable members of parliament, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. But for others, let me say, Assalamu alaikum. But for those who speak Farsi language, I say to them, Halishuma, Hube. That is the reading I enjoyed to hear from my Iranian staff and friends at the headquarters of the Iranian Ministry of Foreign Affairs for 12 years during my stay in Iran, serving as the first Ugandan ambassador to the Islamic Republic of Iran. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to convey warm greetings and sincere congratulations from His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, as well as from the government and the people of the Republic of Uganda, to the government and the people of the Islamic Republic of Iran on the occasion of the 47th anniversary of the victory of the Islamic Revolution. This anniversary marks a defining moment in Iran's history and reflects the resilience, determination, and aspiration of the Iranian people to chart their own way, their own national path. Uganda joins you in commemorating this important milestone. Your Excellency, Uganda values the cordial and steadily growing relations it enjoys with the Islamic Republic of Iran, founded on mutual respect, dialogue, and cooperation. Over the years, our two countries have taken deliberate steps to strengthen bilateral engagement through structured frameworks, including the establishment of joint commissions and working mechanisms aimed at deepening cooperation across priority sectors. We particularly appreciate Iranian's tangible contribution to Uganda's development efforts, cooperation in health and medical services, including access to medical expertise and pharmaceutical, has supported Uganda's health sector capacity. Iran has also played a meaningful role in human capital development through scholarship, technical training opportunities that have enabled Ugandan students and professionals to acquire specialized skill in science, engineering, and applied technologies. In recognition of agriculture as a cornerstone of Uganda's economy, our two countries have advanced cooperation in agriculture and agro-industrial development, including exchange on agricultural technologies, mechanization, irrigation, and value addition. Recent engagement under joint agriculture cooperation mechanism demonstrates a shared commitment to transforming agricultural productivity and supporting food security and rural livelihood. While bilateral trade remains modest, Uganda recognizes the significant potential that exists to expand trade, investment, and private sector collaboration, building on Uganda's agricultural strength and Iranian's industrial and technological expertise. Uganda therefore looks forward to revitalizing economic cooperation instrument and encouraging stronger business-to-business engagement. In this juncture, Uganda recognizes that the Islamic Republic of Iran is navigating a complex and demanding period influenced by evolving domestic and regional circumstances. In this regard, we commend the resilience, perseverance of the Iranian people. Uganda remains firmly of the view that dialogue, unity, and cooperation are indispensable foundation for stability, peace, and sustainable development, and we express our solidarity with all efforts that promote understanding and constructive engagement. Your Excellency, as our cooperation continues to evolve, Uganda is committed to further strengthening relations with the Islamic Republic of Iran through enhanced cooperation in agriculture and agro-processing, trade and investment, education and skill development, science and technology, energy and industrial development. These areas align closely with Uganda's national development priority and offer opportunity for mutually beneficial growth. At the multilateral level, Uganda and Iran share a principled commitment to multilateralism and the auspices of the aligned movement, among other fora. Promotion of dialogue, respect for sovereignty, and a peaceful resolution of disputes. Uganda continues to advocate for diplomacy and constructive engagement as the most effective means of addressing global and regional challenges. As the international community confronts complex geopolitical and development challenges, Uganda underscores the importance of solidarity, South-South cooperation, and inclusive partnership in promoting peace, stability, and sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, may I invite you to join me in expressing our best wishes for the continued peace, stability, and prosperity of the government and people of the Islamic Republic of Iran, for enduring friendship and cooperation between the Republic of Uganda and the Islamic Republic of Iran. Finally, I invite you all together to pray for the good health and well-being of our respective leaders and the peoples of both nations. Thank you very much for listening.